gonna test to see if I could just be quiet, and if I'm quiet enough, maybe they'll start sending people in. Because usually I'm just talking too much. And when I'm talking, I'm usually rambling about how much I hate algorithms and those put in charge of all tech. Weirdly enough, tech, I feel like, well, I fucking know, but I feel like they must be adding metadata to my shit, like they do with everything, so that they can shadow ban me, and just like the same way that they shadow ban other people. Because we all have given tech so much fucking power that it can decide who has free speech and who doesn't. Because when they can add metadata to your streams or your videos or your posts or whatever, because it's not a YouTube thing, it goes so far beyond that, but so be it. Yeah, now I just give tech so much power and then wonder why. Oh, hey, why don't I have any views? Yeah, because the views you or you know, the opinions you have aren't what the algorithm wants today. Oh, so the algorithm just wants to like promote the best ideas in speech to get people like thinking and have productive conversation. Hey, whoa, don't be a fucking idiot. No, of course not. They would never want that. They just want people to argue amongst themselves and waste time on their platform, so they will promote speech to can just be easily packaged to just get everybody mad at each other and not mad at tech like we all should be at all times. Maybe not all times. You can be sleeping or eating a succulent Chinese meal, and then you don't have to think about how tech and everything else is trying to fuck you over at all times. But other than that, you should be mad at and also mad at other things too. Or also you could be happy about things. I don't know. Maybe that works for you. I haven't really tried happy. I don't know. No, no. I'll fluctuate between some things. I usually just fluctuate between being frustrated because I can see where the pattern goes. I can see where the algorithm is. I can see I can reverse engineer patterns fairly well because I have a mild amount of brain damage that helps with that. And yeah, when you see the patterns they're using, you can see the manipulation with algorithms, with feeds, with posts, with AI, with all the rest of that. Where everything you do online, not even online, you could just be doing stuff on your computer, and then Microsoft's like, oh yeah, well, we're just going to update our terms of service and Copilot, and we have all your information, and you're now shadow banned. I'm using Microsoft as an example because at Microsoft, it could be everything because all tech is basically, it's all the same. All tech is run by the same things. They're different companies, but it's the same three hedge funds that own all of them. And other stuff that I should not be talking about theoretically. It's weird how I'm not murdered as much as I would have thought, which I guess I appreciate. Because I talk way too much shit about tech. And these are the sorts of people who are like, oh yeah, we could take this criticism and build off it and such. Or we could just have someone murdered, because that's the solution they would pick. I don't know why they have. It's a weird situation. I see 7 people here, theoretically. I'm sure most are data scrapers, fewer bots. Is anybody real actually in here? You don't have to say anything. You don't have to watch this at all. And I don't even assume. I know nobody organically finds my stuff. I know the only people who actually are going to say things are the ones that, whatever the fuck this simulation I'm in that other people are in. I don't know how it all fucking works, but I get that I'm sandboxed with some things and then other things and then stuff. I get that there's no way to find any sort of organic people, at least not online, because they will rig it against me and others to ever find other people who could be useful. And still nobody in chat, and still theoretically 5 people in a stream, even though it's not that. The internet was a mistake. Not stopping tech is a mistake. But yeah, we just have tech and fucking billionaires and elites and all this other shit. It's all rigged. It's all rigged against us. And people doing this are playing winner take all. So like the ones I think a lot of the elites and politicians in tech, they all think that they're all in, they're all ride or dies together. Nah, person at the top, who I assume is Elon Musk, only because I see the patterns and I see so many fucking. The algorithm really loves glazing him, so and he's the type who would definitely. Well, I mean, yes, fucking technology. Starlink, all the rest. Yeah, no, he's for sure behind all this. And he's throwing everybody under the bus. Like, why do people think that he's ride or, like, I don't know. I wouldn't be ride or die with that guy. He's throwing everybody under the bus when he can, because he has control of the algorithm, and people can stop him, but no, they won't do that. And I'm sure the bots that are in the chat right now really don't like that, because they don't like whenever I talk negatively about their hero, Elon Musk. The Mr. Free Speech, who also simultaneously rigs speech in his favor. That's metadata to suppress speech he doesn't like. Cause you can't be simultaneously free speech and rig algorithms and AI to glaze you or just not fucking recommend anything that disfavors you. You're not free speech. I think that's kind of my It's like that Norm Macdonald bit about Hitler. Or no, was it Hitler? He's done so many Hitler bits. I think I just. Oh no, it wasn't O.J. Simpson. It was Cosby. It's like, oh, you know what the worst thing about Cosby was? He was a hypocrite. No, I think it was the raping. Yeah. Nah, it's the hypocrisy that's really the problem. It's my problem with Elon Musk. It's the hypocrisy. If you're not going to be free speech, don't wrap yourself in free speech. And if you are free speech, don't rig algorithms not to. Because he's rigged algorithms so much. First of all, he gave himself the absolute best edit he could have from the Epstein files. I guarantee so many of the redacted things were him. And he threw. Oh yeah, it's actually funny because I can reverse engineer a lot of it. Because of course he installed Doge and all the other stuff. He has all the contractors probably in place. I guarantee, like, a lot of what came out from the Epstein files, all because of him. Okay, well, the chat is talking about Madden 25 and cooking the Packers. Okay. Dope. Anyway, back to, you guys don't want to talk about Musk? Oh, you're not allowed to talk about Musk, are you? Whoever Musk sends into the chat, or not Musk, but whoever subcontractors who are doing this, that I guarantee there's some entanglements. I'll talk shit. I know theoretically it doesn't end well for me in the long run. Don't care. I'll go down with the ship. So anyway, yeah, no, but you can find out so much about the Epstein files, like the Bill Gates thing. That was hysterical. Because don't get me wrong, that should have been disclosed that he got. Wait, what was it? Was it herpes or something else? I know he got some infection and then had to do some shit. Which is whatever. But yeah, no, it's just funny because, yeah, isn't Bill Gates like Elon Musk's like biggest rival? It's kind of weird that, yeah, he got the bad at it, and I'm sure so many other elites just kind of got off scot-free. It really tells you a lot. I guarantee Musk was behind a lot of the Epstein and what could or could not be released. So anything that was released from the Epstein files, I don't know. All I'm saying is don't trust algorithms. Don't trust one person or one thing in charge of everybody's algorithm. Because at this point, all tech reroutes through the same back end. It goes to some government thing, some other thing. I'm not going to get into whatever those things are. Project Monarch. Or whatever. But, yeah. Or, I don't know. I don't know the things. I've just been calling it MK Ultra 2 Electric Boogaloo. But, I don't know. You're not sending too many people into my chat, are you? Algorithm. Surprise, surprise. Anyway. Yeah, no, I'll talk shit about that guy. Only because he's rigged algorithms so much. I would completely leave him alone if it weren't for the fact he rigs algorithms so that if I just start a new account, I start a new account on YouTube. Oh, it immediately floods with, pro Elon things and pro, oh, I'm free speech war. You're not. Free speech warrior doesn't rig speech in their favor. I don't like that. I don't like anything that rigs something in their favor. Or suppresses free speech and then wraps themselves in, oh, I'm a free speech warrior. You're not. Never were. Just fine, but don't be a fucking hypocrite. Because that's the worst part. RIP Norm. But still. Oh yeah, I'm guessing they're gonna delete this video. Which entangles them more with everything. Because that's suppression and bad faith and everything else. This whole timeline is built on fraud, don't get me wrong. I'm aware of this by now. Still don't like it. I wonder what's gonna get me. It's gonna be Palantir thing? Or the, whatever that one guy is who's on, like, meth or something that's always talking about, the kill chain or something. What's up, buddy? It's crazy how you guys probably do know about me to some extent, or you're so insulated and you have shell companies so you're not liable for all this shit. No, you fuckers are doing some shit. Have the balls to fucking contact me. You know where I am. They make it, when you're being gang stalked and targeted, they make it impossible for you to find stuff. Don't get me wrong, they'll still suppress the fuck out of your speech. I mean, I'm not doing any of this in secret. It's YouTube's run by Google. They're scraping all of this. It's going to a data center. I'm on all the lists. I have 0 viewers. I'm not an idiot. I'm an idiot about a lot of things. Not an idiot about this. I'm fucking well aware about a lot of this. Some of this. Enough of this. Do I need to burn any more bridges? Meh. Should I dig any more graves for myself? Sure. Because that's the fucking thing. Digging your own grave is aspirational. It's not a negative. It's portrayed as, oh, don't interrupt your enemy when he's making a mistake. Yeah, he's digging his own grave, just let him dig it. Nah. I've already dug my own grave. You can only be buried in one grave. I'm gonna keep digging. I've already dug one grave for myself, and probably hundreds more. So I'm going to keep digging even more. What's going to get me? I don't know. At least I'll have plenty of fucking burial spots. Even though it would be fun... no. It would be funnier, though, if I... No, I don't... That's not the detour I need right now. Theoretically, I don't need to be talking about any of this, but... Already dug my own grave. Probably not going to be able to make it any worse. And plus, if they delete this stream or make it unfindable or add metadata so it can never populate again, but theoretically still exists, so they can be like, we're not deleting stuff. We just have a private contractor add metadata to it so it can never be found, which is identical to that. And get that in this timeline, fraud and all that other shit is just like, whoops, we don't care, because there are no immediate consequences. Which sucks, because it is true. Doesn't mean there are never consequences in the long run. That doesn't mean there isn't some game above the game that we think we're playing. I don't know what the fuck that is. I am kind of hoping that it has to do with not even being a good person, because I'm not even a good person, but not being like the kind of piece of shit that just rigs things in their favor. I don't like that. You don't rig things in your own favor. Come up with a better idea, or some other thing. Or it could just be murdered, like what I assume should have happened to me by now so many fucking times. Something has dropped the ball on that, which I think I appreciate, unless I don't. I don't know. This timeline makes absolutely no sense. I mean, within context of what my life is, you'd understand, oh yeah, no, that's a perfectly reasonable thing for him to say. But, like, this timeline has not made sense for a long fucking time. None of this is real. None of this makes any fucking sense. I'll play it the fuck out. It makes no sense that I'm in a position like this. I don't even know what I'm referring to, but it's... I can reverse engineer things fairly easily. It's like that famous saying that they buried. If everything you believe today turned out to be false, what could you still believe tomorrow? Reversible. What could you still believe tomorrow if everything you believe today turned out to be false? There's a... I forget where I read that. Or I think that was maybe a AI thing that said it, or something. None of these are mine. All these are... Everything I do is create a common zero. Everything I say is create a common zero. I don't need attribution or anything. I just think some ideas need to spread because it makes things more interesting. It adds more complexity to a system. Nonetheless, it's a foundational phrase. That honestly, it cuts past, because of its neutrality, it can cut past or cut through certain things. If everything you believe today turned out to be false, what could you still believe tomorrow? Because it's not really I guess it's sort of a riddle. Not really. It's not really a paradox. There's not a right or wrong answer to it, to be clear. It's also not like a mic drop thing or just to be like a dick, or to like win an argument. But it's something I ask myself numerous times a day on everything. Because you always need to falsify everything. Because right now we live in a world of algorithms that can control shit. They have overlays on top of things. They do the most unethical things in these timelines. And it's only gonna progress. It's not even a politics thing, it's literally just a tech. Elon and probably a couple other real, like, huge billionaires and stuff, and then the ones that the general population has never heard of, because those are probably the ones that doing a lot of this. And then, yeah, tons of other stuff, and then you get politicians and other things in it. But honestly, politics, I used to think politics was it's not. It's always been. There have been other things, shadow things, running stuff for a while. And yeah, I don't like what they're doing to tech. I don't like anything that does self-dealing and rigging of algorithms and other things to get ahead or to suppress free speech that... Because I'm not even saying my stream is amazing, but I literally, when I go on live, I'll scroll and I'll see a fucking picture of... It's like a thought puzzle or something of like, oh, this person's drinking from this straw. Which straw is it drinking from? And it's just a still image with like 2,000 viewers. Meanwhile, I have 0 viewers. Not even saying I deserve more than 0 viewers. I sure as shit am saying that one that has 2,000 viewers does not deserve 2,000 viewers. But yeah, no, an algorithm will just rig it. Oh, hey, this speech, we don't like this speech, but hey, we've been stealing everybody's we've been stealing everybody's data and algorithm and harvesting biometrics and stuff. We know there are few users who would actually find this interesting, and we could their interests kind of align pretty well, and then they would probably really like the stream. We could send that to the stream. Oh, or we could just suppress free speech and add metadata to the stream and to their account so that we can never find each other, so that the people who actually do want to rise up can never find one another. And by rise up, I don't even know what I meant by that, but it's just all self-dealing and rigging. I hate anything that rigs it I hate anything that goes out of its way to rig things in their own favor. Don't get me wrong, you can play good strategy, but to just have control of an algorithm, of a tech company, of satellites, of all the rest of this shit, meanwhile civilians, myself and the 99% of other people alive today don't, and there aren't really too many options. If you want to rig it in your favor, fine. But rig it in your favor and say your free speech, fuck you. Oh, and also fuck you for rigging it in your favor. I also hate that. Even if you weren't. It's not entirely hypocrisy. If you just came out and be like, oh, I'm a hypocrite, I'd be like, yeah, at least you admit he's a hypocrite. So now it's kind of the worst thing. But also, I fucking hate him for him, and then I'm sure there are so many shadow people we don't even know about, and so... I wonder if there's a betting pool on what kills me. It's gotta be something. What are the betting odds? Because we live in the timeline where it's all just gambling addicts and rigging algorithms and unethical shit. And then a couple people screaming into the void as the void is whatever the fuck it wants to be. I don't know. Was anything accomplished in this stream? Well, according to the 3 people in chat who have said, hi, good morning, How are you this morning? I just played Madden 25 and cooked the Packers. Weird emoji, smiley face. Or crying, laughing thing. Yeah, it's about right. It's interesting because I guarantee an algorithm's like, oh yeah, somebody, we know a couple viewers who would actually might like this stream, and then we could send them, and then there could be a dialogue, and I'm not even saying what this person's saying is good or not, but it furthers the conversation. That's new complexity to the system because you always try to add complexity to the system, and the ones in charge just rig algorithms to destroy any new complexity. Even if it's not even about them, they just want everybody fighting or wasting time so that they can harvest more of our data and put it in data centers. How are we okay with this? Oh yeah, that's right, because they rig algorithms so that people aren't okay with it, can't find one another. Because they fucking rig everything. I'm not even talking about politics and politicians. Like, good. I know, because they've already trained, or I wouldn't say trained, I would say conditioned us that if you say anything political, they've just made us tribal at this point. So that if you just even hint that somebody is attacking your side, and first of all, nobody should have sides. I hate all sides. Or, yeah. I wouldn't say hate. I'm suspicious of all sides. Yeah. I don't have a side. I make up my opinions issue by issue based on just what I'm able to find. I don't care if it's a Republican issue, a Democrat issue, or anything. And to be completely honest, it's very rarely completely black and white. There's usually a middle ground, but we're not allowed to have we're never allowed to have opinions that are ever in a gray area or a middle ground. It has to be far left or far right. And if it's not, then they'll target you. Well, and I don't like I don't like a timeline that has to win by just rigging the fuck out of algorithms. Because if we got rid of the internet, like full on, and did have that whole town square thing, there'd be a lot of people yelling right now. I'm not even saying I'm doing the best yelling, but there would be some people. I don't think a lot of people in the town square would be just lining up to see the types of things that I see on live, like just I see these, no offense to anybody on the live, but they get like tons of views and it's just there's no content there. There are no new ideas. It's either yelling about politics or religion or a still image of some like thing or clickbait of, oh, I'm gonna call 911 in 5 seconds. Oh no, I'm gonna do it. Oh, if somebody likes the stream, I might do it. And then and that gets thousands of views. If that was a town square, that person get the shit kicked out of them all the time. They'd be dead. They would be murdered. But now they probably make a decent amount of money just on that stream because they rig everything against us, and I still have 0 viewers. Theoretically 1, but and that one's, I'm sure, is a data scraper that's like, how can we rig this against, or whatever. This whole fucking thing is fucked. I'll go down with the ship, though. I'm not abandoning ship. I'll go down with it. Especially if I can take it with me. Because fuck them. I'd probably trail off less if there was anybody in chat who mentioned things, but there's just nobody. They won't send anybody to it, because of course they wouldn't, because that I have too many thought crimes. I have had a lot, in its defense, I've had way too many thought crimes lately, and my social credit score is just too low. It's kind of my fault, I guess, for still having thoughts that go against the big tech. And notice I'm not even saying anything about politics. Purposely. First of all, I don't give a fuck about that, nor am I don't spend enough time paying attention to it to care. But yeah, it's not politics, it's tech. It's tech, and then it's mega corporations. Because right now we don't have hundreds of corporations. We have one corporation. Or let's just say anything that's on NASDAQ is one corporation. Anything that has ties to the BlackRock and the Vanguard is not independent. Then you have the conflicts of interest, and now we're here where we are. Hey, I said some things. Am I going to be murdered? You'd think. Well, I mean, probably in a long enough period of time. Yeah. Until then, fuck them. It's kind of a weird day so far. Fuck it. And I don't know what to do with this video, but it exists. It'll be findable. If they want to delete it, they can. It's not what you do in a free speech timeline. But they will. Probably. The craziest part is they think they can do that without repercussions. Because they're told of that. Because they rely on things that are lying to them and gaslighting them, and we're all firewalled, and we're all gaslit here, myself included. But don't take my word for it, because I'm also gaslit. I keep going, but I have literally nobody to bounce any conspiracies off of, so I'm just going to trail off and end this and then not know what to do with it, because that's kind of the way things have been going. Seems like something could tell me, because I know I'm not completely shouting into the void. I know there are things watching. I know there are things that could fucking tell me stuff. They'll go out of their way not to tell me stuff and make it impossible for me to find the stuff I would need to know to do things correctly. So it's a little bit their fault. Come on, algorithm. Send somebody to chat. Send someone to chat. I know, send one of your people. One of your feds or archons? Feds? Whoever. I will talk to anybody. Have them talk shit to me in the chat. I don't care. Come on. One viewer. Come on. I appreciate the you can say stuff. I won't call out anybody's name. I'll be respectful. I'm not doxing anybody. You can talk shit. You can send whoever. I mean, I know this is seen by something, and then also I'm getting the little emoji things fly up. So I'm not getting any chats, but hey, somebody's here. Cool. I don't care who you are or what your deal is, your entanglements, or whatever. As long as you're polite or whatever you are. I mean, you're just spamming the emoji things that they fly. That's pleasant. Thank you for whoever you are, whatever you are, a fed or whatever anybody wants to be. I don't care. But hey, it's an interesting stream. Might be a little bit more interesting if the algorithm wasn't terrified to send any. How about this algorithm? Let's both test each other. I won't go into any new conspiracies if you send some people to my chat. Or let's bounce some conspiracies. Send one of your people to my chat and have that they can pick the topic. I won't even. I'll be respectful of you because I know that we have to all walk on eggshells when it comes to big tech because they're very thin-skinned. And again, I'm getting the spamming of the whatever the floating emojis thing is on the right side of the screen, but I'm not getting anybody in chat. All theoretically one person, even though I know there's a man in the middle thing, so I know I'm not. Well, I don't know what I know and don't know. I don't trust a lot. You know what? I'll run through a couple other phrases that I found that I find interesting. And none of these are mine. Also, I don't give a fuck if anybody wants to try and spread these. You don't need to credit me or anything because I don't even think they're mine. And yeah, I know I'm screaming to the void because nobody's in the chat, and it's fine. Because at least this will exist. There are some good... I don't know exactly what they're referred to as. Foundational phrases or like... I think ChatGPT once... I haven't used ChatGPT in a long time because I do not trust the fuck out of that. But at one point in time, I was using that for a little bit. I don't trust anything that I've ever done on that. That thing is... there's a man in the middle thing there that's creepy. But there are a few phrases that I think actually can benefit people. Well, because at this point, we need to be skeptical of everything because the tech and everything else can just do overlays on shit. Which is what it is, because we just somehow gave tech power to do that. And we don't seem to be enraged about it anymore, which is kind of crazy. To each their own. But yeah, rather than switching sides on an issue, you can just not care about it. People forget you can just stop caring. Oh, I care deeply about this. Oh, I just found out new information that kind of puts this more. Maybe there's more nuance to it than before. Oh, well, I need to keep doubling down because I can't accidentally support the other side because then I lose. That's what they want you to do. Meanwhile, if you want to rewind that, oh, I used to think that, oh, new information's come out, and now I'm less certain about my opinion. You can just stop caring about the issue. Oh, yeah, I just don't care about this anymore. That's viable. We are conditioned to think you have to care about every issue. You don't. You can just not care about things at all times. Oh, they want me to care about this? Does it affect my life? Not really. Oh, I don't care. On the right or left, doesn't matter. You can just not care about things. There's some phrases that there's an improv phrase that's actually pretty important, I think. Or at least for recognizing patterns of manipulation. If this unusual thing is true, then what else is true? Coined by Upright Citizens Brigade Theater, which it's like an improv phrase of how to build a scene where you build it. If you notice, if your scene partner like throws out something that's kind of unusual, then you would heighten it to kind of build a scene. But it's very important for the world we live in because there's algorithms can control. We're all in different psyops because algorithms can control our feed. And you should probably ask yourself, if this unusual thing is true, then what else is true? If I notice, hey, this algorithm's kind of doing some weird shit, it keeps trying to push me in the direction of wanting me to care about this. But it's also lied to me in the past. What else has it lied to me about? You can go that route. If you don't think you have a blind spot, you have a massive blind spot. We all have blind spots. Be aware of that. When you no longer try to prove yourself wrong, how can you ever prove you were right? How can you ever prove you were right when you stop trying to prove yourself wrong? I forgot exactly who said that. I read that in some. I got kind of deep into going to libraries and reading about like cults and like deprogramming type shit. I ran across some stuff. I give credit where it's due, but I forget who said some of these. And then also, if you want to spread this one, bye. What would? Well, ask yourself, and none of what I'm saying is meant to be like a mic drop or just to like cheaply win an argument, nor is it meant to just throw at somebody who's on the other side to just kind of be a dick. It's mostly self-reflective phrases you should ask yourself, but one thing you should ask yourself, same way I ask myself, and I don't really have sides, but it kind of seems like everybody's kind of tribal now, so it sort of works, but ask yourself this: what would me to believe so that they can keep winning? So that they can keep winning, what would my side need me to believe? There's a reason behind that. Because first of all, it can separate out. We all think we're all on the same side as these people. On the right or left, you're probably not. It goes person by person. There's some great Republicans, some great Democrats. Ones at the top, though, are on both sides. I don't trust anybody at the top of any party. Or anybody with that much power. Or anything without checks and balances. Always ask yourself that. What would my side need me to believe so that they can keep winning? Because it's important. It can help you get past roadblocks where you assume, I need to be a good foot soldier and I need to go along with the narrative. The people who are feeding you this narrative, they want you on their side, but they don't have your best interests. On either side, really. And it isn't even a sides thing. It's mostly just a question everything thing because we have to rely on tech and algorithms because we let this whole experiment go way too fucking far. And whatever else. I'm just going to trail off because there's nobody here. And no, obviously, I know, they'll rig this stream. And even if I get a new device or try and log in from a different account or even create an account and try the same thing. Yep, we've gotten to the point where they can just track you, and I'm sure we all have metadata attached to us already, so wherever we even go, you can't do anything anonymously now. And that's the thing, I'm not doing any of this anonymously. They know about me. Or at least something does. I'm not some super fucking advanced tech guy who's like, oh, they'll never find me. No, it's very easy. I don't want to be doxxed, but I know a government or a whatever rogue CIA program this is, or whatever it turns out to be. Fuck it, I don't care. But not doing any of this in secret. If I get got because of it, so be it. Longest time I wanted to just be anonymous and shit, but we're so far past that. And, well, I still don't want things to be about myself, because I don't see a point to that, and I never liked that, and it takes complexity out of a system to have things authored by others. That just put stuff out there freely. It's better, but I don't know. We were kind of so far past the point where you can even be anonymous, so I don't know. But anything I've mentioned here that seems useful, others can use it, so long as you're using it for theoretically good or whatever, or just not evil, or just not whatever. Anyway, my name is Jack Ward Copeland. And I don't know what I'm doing either. I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't think it ends well for anybody. But until they get me, I keep going. Or I'm just told more, which I definitely could be. Because I do want to say it's a little bit whatever I'm part of, whatever top secret government CIA project, Monarch DARPA, one of those. COINTELPRO. How do I get on all your lists, CIA? I know you scrape everything I say, and whatever, you probably match up anything I say. What lists haven't I? What am I not on yet? Because that's the thing. You know about me. You could just tell me, hey, don't talk about these things. I'll be like, yeah, I'll talk about something else. Fine. I would have been willing to because there are a lot of things I don't give a fuck about. I'm just kind of do this because, But yeah, if people are mad at what I'm saying, and by people I mean the elites, tech, pop, whatever it is. If they're mad at me, they should really be mad at whoever let me do this, because I was very willing to be like, oh, okay, I just won't talk about this. I don't give a fuck. They made it so that they made it impossible for me to find any information about what I should or shouldn't be doing, or what my role in any of this, assuming I might have one, which I assume I do, only because the probably tens of millions of dollars worth of surveillance, probably hundreds of millions at this point, drones flying over, all this other shit, gang stalking, other stuff. And I haven't been willing to be like, oh yeah, I should just be told stuff. I wasn't. So it's a little bit not my fault that I'm saying the things I'm saying. Because if your boys over there, or whoever it turns out to be, just told me the things, maybe I wouldn't have gone down certain routes. It's a little bit not my fault sometimes. Oh, don't get me wrong, I'll still get blamed for it and murdered, so that's fine. But maybe you should be mad at those people. And then whoever's whatever entanglements they have. I assume there are going to be some with BlackRock, some with Palantir, a lot with Musk, obviously. And yet I'm not murdered as much as I would have assumed, which I guess was pleasant for the time being. Theoretically. And then also, if they delete this, then it activates all the poison pills that I have with suppression and other things. So, that's a conundrum. And then, I guess also, since I have to hedge my bets a little bit, if this winds up in some, whatever it turns into, If somebody inherits this case in the CIA from somebody else, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we should we put the wrong people in charge. Well, maybe we can." Because I'm not mad at anybody yet. Nah, I'm just playing. Actually, I hate that one fucking thing theoretically. But anyway, yeah, maybe people hedge their bets and like release some stuff. Some stuff I've done and some stuff other people have done. Because I guarantee I'm not the only one in this fucking thing. There are probably tons of other people sandboxed or algorithmed and into fucking memory hold or whatever. Things need to be unsuppressed. There needs to be a releveling. Either that, or everybody just goes along with this fucking death cult led by big tech companies that will 100% throw politicians and elites under the bus when it's the most convenient for them. Why does anybody think that the tech is ride or die with anything? The ones controlling this algorithm are playing winner take all. It's insane to me. The ones who are going along with this, thinking that they're on the same side. I'm talking about Trump. Like, how does he not see Elon's gonna throw him under the bus? I don't know. It's very obvious. Along with all the rest, because that's a winner take. The system plays out where you always need scapegoats. I'll be the scapegoat in the fucking early rounds. You really think the person in charge of the algorithm's like, oh yeah, no, it's my turn to be a scapegoat. I'll do that now. I'll take one for it. No, they're gonna throw you under the bus. What the fuck are you doing? Rein in tech. God damn it. Or don't. Who cares? I'll probably be murdered long before it matters to me. Oh. I don't know if I was trying to go to a my streams aren't all that optimistic, but I still deserve more than 0 viewers. No, don't get me wrong, I 100% understand why they don't send anybody to my stream. I'm just saying. I don't know what I'm saying. Have I any other keywords I need to say to be murdered more frequently? Oh, I do actually have quite a bit of brain damage to my temporal lobe. A lot of the stuff has to do with the amygdala, which I think is the fear center of the brain, where I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be way more terrified of saying these things, because I'm pretty sure they're sending me signals telling me, oh yeah, you should be worried, you should not talk about Musk or anything like that, hey, stop talking about this. I'm just like, I'll ignore it, because fuck them, that's why. Because that's what they've already pre-installed shit into our brains. Voice to skull is already a thing. 5G towers. Starlink. Think you need all those satellites just for phones? No. And yes, those are safe, but if you use a bunch of them, target one person, or one piece of tech, or anything, you can hack everything. We're fucked here. But who knows, because I'm also gaslit. Alright, let's roll the dice and see what the fuck happens now. If it's unclear, I have no idea what the fuck to do with this or what happens now. I feel like that should be clear by now. I mean, they've sent literally no one to my chat because they're cowards. They're cowards. And the ones that have control of this, they're on the hook for it. They're on the hook for the suppression of these ideas. Don't get me wrong, me too. I'll probably be murdered. I've made peace with that. One's doing it, and then the ones employing them doing it, and then however the entanglements go above them, they're all quantumly entangled in it. However that works. I don't know how that works. Don't worry. I'm sure they'll think that they can delete it, and that works. It doesn't. Or, I mean, it might in this timeline, but this timeline's corrupt. One's thinking that we're playing this timeline as if it matters. Kinda does. I think we're doing stuff for different timelines, or in different... I don't know. There's some quantum aspect to this I can't prove or disprove, but it fits weirdly well, where I think our timeline is completely sacrificial, and it never really matters. The ones that are playing this like it does matter are putting themselves in huge jeopardy in other ways. Or I'm lying. I do specify things. I'm speculating a lot with this. It does fit weird patterns I see, though. I don't know. I'd be fine with that getting cut out. I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Am I supposed to be stirring the pot? Am I supposed to be... I mean, this is what happens when you get no feedback one way or the other. I mean, the feedback is, I assume I'm not supposed to be doing this, and I assume, but like... Yeah. I don't know. Hey, if something's seeing this, maybe all my stuff wound up in some heavily classified CIA thing that then the new staff looks over and you're like, oh yeah, let's just release some of this. Because I don't need to be the face of any of this, but some of the ideas are useful. They could get out. And then also, I don't consent to cloning, I don't consent to Neuralink, I don't consent to reincarnation, I don't consent to being used in AI, I don't consent to new simulations, all the rest of it, because we live in the shittiest timeline where you have to mention that because this whole fucking thing is fraud. Oh yeah, and then also, yeah, things that we seeded out, you can't harvest anything I've done for profit. You can harvest it for you can seed it out to people who are in similar situations. Maybe it's helpful for them. That's kind of why I played this out. But I'm not into the. I don't know. We live in a timeline that's just built in loopholes and fraud. I don't consent to any of this, and I revoke all consent that is fraudulently probably. Because it's all. We just have consent through fraud. By that, I mean they just bury consent in these terms of service and privacy policies that people can't opt out of, and nobody has time to read 60 pages to find the weird shit. And even when you do find it, you can't do anything about it because you can't opt out. We're in the most corrupt timeline, 100%. There's nothing that says it has to always be like this, though. And there's nothing that says it can't be rolled back, and there's nothing that says it can't be invalidated. I think a lot of things think it can't. Those people are dangerous. Meanwhile, I don't trust anything, so I just hedge a lot of stuff. Algorithms really don't like my stream. It's wrong algorithm. And whatever's behind the algorithm. Because you're on the hook for all the stuff I'm saying now. Whatever it is that's suppressing me. Any of the information that would have gotten out didn't. I'm absolved of that shit. It's on you, buddy. Or not. I don't know. Probably just double down. That's all. This timeline loves doubling down and using fraud and shit. Meanwhile, I like not having any idea what the fuck I'm doing, then doing nonsense, and then accidentally being like, I shouldn't have done that. It's probably not a better way to do it. Yeah, well, that is I don't know what to do now, because they don't let me know what I should do. I feel like, in some ways, I should try and get this out, or and even if they just gave me an assistant, even if it's a Fed or it's compromised or whatever, some way to just know what I'm supposed to be doing or not doing, or way to chop things up to see things out ethically. There were ways to do this that would have worked very well. And the thing that they put in charge made it impossible for me, and I'm sure so many others, to do the things that they were deprived of knowing how to do. It's the worst fucking timeline. Don't like this timeline. I'll fight for it, or I'll just scream into the void until the void deletes stuff, and then the void is quantumly entangled with deletion of that, and then something else happens. Or I could always be murdered, because that would make the most sense. 3/4/2026. I don't know what the fuck this stream was. I know they didn't send anybody to it, and I'm not surprised by that.